Yo, Planet Earth. Bonnie Blue is a 25-year-old OnlyFans creator from the UK, and she slept with 1,057 men in a single day for her OnlyFans. Now, the UK is giving her a lot of flack. I personally think she's a great woman. Let's dive right into this article. So I just finished watching 1,000 Men on Me on Channel 4, which is the documentary that Bonnie Blue and her team created for this extravagant event. But these articles from the Daily Mail and the Guardian seem to put her down completely, and I don't understand why. If the UK people won't accept this woman and take pride in the fact that she's doing a lot of work for humanity, then I will go ahead and support her. So this article from Claudia on the Daily Mail starts off with her giving 1,000 Men and Me a 1-star rating. But she says some BS to open up the article, and then she goes on to say, so disturbing is it to witness the behind-the-scenes story of porn star Bonnie Blue and her desire to become rich and famous by being violated in the most humiliating way imaginable. That as the viewer, you come away feeling tainted and grubby. That is not what happened, all right? I watched the documentary, and I don't know what Claudia's on about, but it's really not even that bad, all right? It might be grotesque to you if you have a soft heart and if you come from an easy country, but if you have seen some things like me, then it doesn't affect you at all, honestly. And here we can see Claudia's point of view because she's so judgmental. Most viewers like me will find the first claim unconvincing and the second laughably ridiculous. What is wrong with you? Why can't you let this woman be free? I don't understand why Bonnie Blue gets so much hate. As if she was an American, she would get so much pride. If Bonnie Blue was a man and if he slept with 1,000 women in one day, I can guarantee you a lot of guys would be giving him praise, all right? But since Bonnie Blue was born a woman and she is a woman, then she gets judgment. Why? Why do we live in a world that judges women for being promiscuous, but then praises men for doing the exact same? I've never understood that, no matter where I go in the world. So right here we can see some pictures from the documentary of Bonnie Blue, her in bed wearing a gray sweatshirt, right? And then her getting dressed to perform. It took 6 months to film this documentary. Her real name is Tia Billinger, and what is up with this? So look, filmed over 6 months, the documentary follows Blue, 26, real name Tia Billinger, and the build-up to her sickening 1,000-man SEX stunt, and the fallout that follows. What? Okay, Claudia, you're obviously jealous that this woman's more beautiful than you and can do more, all right? She can do more, she can make more money than you, all right? That's just a problem, okay? Bonnie Blue tells the documentary director, Victoria Silver, that her antics make her no different to an endurance athlete. She is merely pushing her body to the extremes. I think she is absolutely right. I want any of you, man or woman, to try and sleep with 1,000 people in one day. That's very hard, all right? I can't even talk to 1,000 people one day, let alone sleep with them. Her niche as a star is having SEX with ordinary Joes, relatable guys with beer guts and performance issues. Hey, I used to have performance issues back when I was a teenager. Thanks, Bonnie Blue. All right, y'all, so I just switched over to the Guardian, and let me go ahead. So we have a picture right here of Bonnie Blue. I'm going to scroll down for you guys so I could say this one sentence right here. Okay, so she specializes in GBs, putting calls out on her social media channels for volunteers. I'm in London, on my back, and I'd like your load, with no shortage of willing participants, right? Next paragraph. Naturally, the media online, legacy, and everything in between has had a field day with all of this. They've labeled her everything from predator to victim. She denies both, saying she has no daddy issues, no trauma in her past, and none induced by her work since. She's been accused of being a traitor. You're giving into the patriarchy, and has received multitudinous insults. Disgusting, deplorable slapper is one we hear from an online commenter. What are y'all talking about? Why can't y'all let a woman be free, okay? I guarantee you if she was a man, she would have none of this. She would have none of this, all right? I live in Asia, okay? And there's men from the UK, from Australia, that are in their 60s that go to bars and they pick up women that aren't 18 years old, okay? They do that willingly, and it's out in the open. And do they get any flack? No. No. So why does this woman, Bonnie Blue, who's doing something legal, get flack for something that people are willing to sign up for? Y'all are weird if you really judge this woman. So Lucy Mangan, the one person that created this article for The Guardian, she finishes off by saying, "Do I admire her work ethic and facility for business? Yes. Do I wish we lived in a world where the best option for realizing those talents as a young woman was not through making online pee? Yes. Do I see where we go from here? Yes, I do. And Billinger will be fine. Beyond that individual, not so much. Not so much." How do you know that? Huh? How do you know that? I didn't realize people from the UK were so judgmental. But mind your business. Worry about your own life. Don't worry about Bonnie Blue. She literally does not have any direct effect on your life. And if you think that she does, then you really need to reevaluate your life and what you pay attention to. Seriously. Back to The Guardian, Claudia says the documentary makes a lame attempt at injecting morality, courtesy of a series of pop-ups showing various social media pundits expressing their outrage, but it's hollow and meaningless when so much of the film is dedicated to showing unnecessarily explicit footage of Blue's work. Okay, Claudia, what is your deal, huh? Why are you mad at this woman? Why? Get over it, all right? Get over Bonnie Blue deciding what she wants to do with her life, which doesn't have any relation to yours. Claudia goes on to say possibly one of the most upsetting scenes comes after she completes a 100-man ORGY with male performers, where we see her being treated roughly and slapped. Her videographer, Josh, says she basically got beat up for a few hours. I wanted to hear, Claudia, how Blue could explain that away as being empowering, but the documentary didn't go there. Hey, it's empowering because it's her choice for money, okay? She could have stayed working for the FHS or whatever it is that you guys call in the UK, but the fact is that she was like, I want to take my life into my own hands. I want to be my own boss. I want to use my God-given body to make some money and change my life. Look at this statement right here. There's nothing behind her eyes as she speaks in a monotone about how she loves to rage bait women by suggesting her husband would rather have SCX with her. Hey, Bonnie's telling the truth, all right? Claudia, how do you know how to read a woman based off the monotone in her voice? I saw the documentary. She's a person. She's telling her side. She's explaining why. She could stop right now, but she loves what she does. Isn't it weird how judgmental people are in the UK? It really is weird. Claudia says everyone featured, including her mother, who astonishingly is on her daughter's payroll, is at pains to point out that Blue is in control. She's not being abused, not traumatized, and not in need of therapy. It doesn't ring true. Oh, Claudia, are you a psychologist? Are you a psychiatrist? Oh, you must be a doctor. Oh, wait, you're not. So what is this your medical opinion? Oh, wait, no, it's just your regular opinion. Your regular, uneducated opinion. Okay, Claudia. Claudia goes on to say, not only did I come away feeling grubby, I got the distinct feeling there's another Bonnie Blue documentary to be made. A far more truthful one that we'll probably only see in 5 years' time when the appetite for her content has ceased and the true toll of her work is finally revealed. Claudia Connell, you are a journalist, all right? And just because you're not as attractive as Bonnie Blue doesn't mean that you have the right to be judgmental towards her. She's a woman that decides to do what she wants with her own life. I've been to terrible countries, all right, where many of the people don't have any hope for money at all, okay? And if they looked like Bonnie, if they had that opportunity, they would take that chance. Why? Because they want to remove themselves from a terrible situation. Bonnie did not have to do this. She had a great job, but she wanted to be free. We'll see you all in the next video.